Let's talk about aliens. They are scary, they are big, they're really scary, and they're coming for you tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this. They may have already come for you. I am really excited for Alien Hominid Invasion, the newest game in the Alien Hominid series, I guess. It's got its start on Newgrounds all the way back in 2000. If you don't know what Newgrounds is, it's a site where anyone can upload pretty much anything they have made. It was very popular in the Flash games era to play silly little fun Flash games. Maybe a little bit of gore in there. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. And also look at boobs. So it was like the boobs really carried it there. I mean, anyone could upload pretty much anything. Like, no crime. You can't do crimes on Newgrounds, but you can do like things that are kind of close. Like you can pretend to kill a guy, but you can't kill a guy and then just like upload that. They don't like that. You can't do that. Even today, Newgrounds, their community, you may have heard of it because of Friday Night Funkin'. That's a Newgrounds game that blew up. It was great for the site, man. It's so many people came flying in to see do that sort of thing. What I don't remember Friday Night Funkin'. I mean, I backed the Kickstarter. That was so long ago, though. But it's still a great site today. Everybody's still got that passion that they... I'm supposed to be talking about Alien Hominid. They uploaded Alien Hominid in 2002 to the site, and it blew up. I mean, it's this cute little Flash game where you play as this little alien, and you kill government agents. Who doesn't love that? The main goal of the game is like low-key just to make it to the right side of the screen, but the actual goal of the game is to get revenge on those dirty agents that shot you out of the sky. They took your spaceship, they knocked you to the ground and swept you away, like literally. I think there was a broom in one of those cutscenes, and they were overall just like kind of mean to you. And that gives you a great reason to kill every single one. They're trying to kill you, so like what's the biggie? Along the way, you're equipped with your little pea shooter. You also get grenades, and you've got these little kids hanging around. They're on your side, because the aliens are good guys. They're killing government agents. Good guys do that. The aliens aren't killing anybody else, all right? And these little hat kids, I think they were formerly called fat kids, by the way, and they changed that for the new marketing. Don't quote me on that, but I seem to remember it being fat kids. Just wanted to bring that up. They also might be sewer children now, or sewer kids, but I think it's hat kid. I don't know. The hat kids will assist you by giving you power-ups, which you could also sometimes get by killing an agent, and these power-ups will make your gun like shoot lightning or like lasers or fire, and then your grenades will also throw that exact same element. It's so fun. It's just a nice little run and gun. It's got gore. You can bite the agents' heads off. There's boss fights. Those are so tricky. You never get those on the first time because you have to memorize all the patterns. TLDR, it's Dark Souls. And yeah, the game might be a little simple by today's standards, but it's just fun, man. Sit down with a friend, boot the game. You're just playing as cute little aliens, shooting, killing government agents. We love that here. You feel? We don't actually like that was a /J, yo, /J. The original Flash version wasn't very long, but it was tough as nails, so there was plenty of replayability. Received super well. And in 2003, the guys who made it, Tom Fulp, Dan Paladin, there were others involved, but these are the big names we're looking at right now for the purpose of this Alien video. They founded the Behemoth, their own game studio. And in the following years, 04 and 05, they put out Alien Hominid HD on the GameCube and Xbox 360. Anybody remember Xbox Live Arcade? That was so dope. And I think did it hit PlayStation? Wait, it did not hit PlayStation. I forgot. They don't like those guys very much. I don't know why. It did hit the Game Boy though. That was pretty tight. Fun fact, in the Game Boy version of Alien Hominid HD, they cut out the last cutscene of the game because it took too much space on the cartridge. So as soon as you beat the final boss, the game just ends abruptly like that. Kind of fun. And after Alien Hominid, Behemoth went on to post some serious bangers. I'm sick, by the way. Maybe you've heard of a little game called Castle Crashers. Just one of the best arcade beat-em-ups ever made. The most popular game. Maybe you heard of it. You seen this guy before? You seen that guy before? Have you seen that guy before? In Castle Crashers, you play as these knights, and princesses have been stolen, and you beat the bad guys. And that was a really, really bad pitch, but I promise you it's fun. There's still so many people that play it daily. And when did this game come out? When did this game come out? It came out in 2008. all right? And there are still so many people playing it. The YouTube channel Recordless is making Castle Crashers videos. In fact, he's the reason I'm making this video right now. He inspired me. I've been loving Behemoth games all my life, and I saw somebody actively making Castle Crashers videos, and I was like, man, if there is an active Behemoth community on YouTube, I gotta be a part of it. So that's why I'm making this. Shout out Recordless. After Castle Crashers, they went on to make Battle Block Theater. It's a puzzle platforming game, and like low-key, the best platformer I've ever played. I guess I'm not too into platformers, all right? I'll admit I have a hard time getting into platformers, but man, the puzzle aspects of this game. I'll talk a little bit more about the game design philosophies around Battle Block later, because I got to talk to the developer of the game, and I asked him a couple questions. It was pretty tight. It's a great multiplayer experience. The story is so fun. I'm pretty sure Stamper won an award for voice acting that. Like, I've heard that, but I can't confirm it. I just got word on the street. Great game. Check it out. The one that followed it, Pit People, tied directly into the ending of Battle Block. Crazy. This one was like a top-down, I don't know what to call this one. I think RTS, strategy game? I actually don't know. You have your little guys, and you move them around to beat up the other little guys. And coming November 1st, 2023, like 99.99% of you are watching this after that date, is Alien Hominid Invasion. They took the cute little aliens in Alien Hominid, massacring government agents, and turned it into a whole new idea. But before we talk about Alien Hominid Invasion, their next game, I want to talk about the guys behind Behemoth. They have honestly kind of been my heroes for a little bit. I am a solo game developer. I haven't published anything great, all right? So I don't have anything to promote. I'm always working on something, and then I don't finish it because I have this next idea, and then it's just a cycle, all right? But I've got one that I've been working on for a long time. I'm making a little bit of progress, slow but steady, okay? I've been an independent game developer for a really long time, and man, these guys have inspired me. Their commitment to just purely fun first games, like no microtransactions. They always have couch co-op, which is just the best way to play a game, is to play it with another person sitting next to you. You're enjoying time with other people through this game, and that doesn't mean the game has to be simple. Their games have plenty of depth. I just admire everything about that. It honestly reminds me of like old Nintendo, like old and not current Nintendo. Like I got problems with those guys, but when Nintendo was just making games because they were fun and putting all these colorful fun things on top of it, and you could just feel the passion dripping through it. And now they're doing like sequel after sequel in like online focused Wii Sports. Whose idea was that? That's what the Behemoth is. They're just passionate people making great games, not to make the money out of them, but because they're passionate. I love them to death. And so when I heard they were going to be at PAX East 2023, I spent every dollar in my savings, and I worked very hard to get a plane ticket to Boston to go see them. And man, they were just so cool. I asked them as many questions about the industry as I possibly could, because it's where I see a future for myself, and they happily answered every single one of them. And I also asked them questions about themselves and how they found their jobs and how they figured out what was right for them, how they got into the Behemoth. It got to the point where they understood this was also my passion, and they would just start talking to me about things, asking me questions about my life. They were just such personable, great people. They say never meet your heroes, but if your heroes are the Behemoth, holy cow, go meet them. PAX East 2023 was honestly a big moment in my life, because I had been working on games for a long time, and I had been in school for a long time, and still not receiving the education I needed to make games. The best game design classes I had been in were the ones I had taught, and I wasn't learning anything from those, because I was the one teaching them, you know? And for as long as I had been working on games, I was beginning to give up hope a little bit. And then I went to PAX, and I met so many wonderful developers, learned so many things. It felt so much closer than it had in the past. And the people at the Behemoth, I definitely owe a big thanks to. So of course I went to go see them again at PAX West, and guess what? They remembered me. It was so cool. I mean, growing up playing these guys' games, being inspired by them, then meeting them in person, and they recognize you from some online interactions, then the next time you see them, they remember your real name and talk to you again, ask you questions about your progress with the games you're making, that sort of thing. Like, just what great, cool people. And at PAX West, which came later than PAX East, this was the second PAX I'd ever gone to. Also got to play the new FNAF VR, that rocked. Anyway, I got to meet Dan Paladin, co-founder and co-owner of Behemoth. They were really excited for me to meet him. They pulled him aside. They were like, oh my gosh, you're here, let's go grab Dan, which was so flattering that they wanted me to meet Dan, you know? And so I got to talk to Dan Paladin, and man, he was so cool. Of course, I was talking to him about game design, and this dude just spat out game design philosophies, like brilliant ones, just like they were nothing, just casually. He knows games so well, he knows fun so well, that he could just flow out just such great things. I told him about the game idea I'm working on right now. And of course, it's not a game that exists. I'm still working on it. Very primitive. I just gave him the basic ideas. And he saw my vision so clearly, he gave me great feedback on a game that doesn't exist yet. This dude, he's just awesome. While I was there, I brought up Battle Block Theater, and he said one of his philosophies behind that is that he liked platformers, but he didn't like having to do 10 jumps, missing the 9th and then going back to the 1st. So that's how he started designing the game, with the idea of the checkpoints. And then he put puzzles. He made it a platforming puzzle game. So you're solving puzzles in between while you're doing the platforming. Just such a cool way to approach it. And that's like a paraphrase of what he told me, you know. I also got to ask them just some general questions about their games. For example, where did the checkpoint noise come from in Battle Block Theater? Because I love that. And they were like, yeah, Stamper just rolled in with that one day and we put it in the game. I also asked them about the broader lore in the Behemoth games, because there's some very clear connections amongst all of these, at least visual Easter eggs. I asked Amanda about this one, which is this alien from the live streams, and what she had to say was something along the lines of they don't have a set connection between all the games, but they are connected in some way, and it's more up to the player's interpretation to how that's done. Of course, with the exceptions of Battle Block Theater and Pit People, and Alien Hominid and Alien Hominid Invasion. But finally, about Alien Hominid Invasion, that is their newest game, coming out November 1st, 2023, or more than likely for all of you, the past. Alien Hominid Invasion takes the cute little aliens just brutalizing government agents from the first one, but really transforms the game. Instead of the objective being just go to the right side of the screen, you can't even do that anymore. Yeah, go to the right, it loops around the level. How crazy is this time? The levels are randomly generated with different objectives, obstacles, and enemies in each one to give a fresh arcade experience every time. And you're not just the same alien with maybe a different hat each time. No, you get to choose your hat, the face you have, your mutation, that's its own new thing. You get to choose your weapons. Everything is totally customizable. As long as you have it unlocked, you can equip it and create your own custom builds. The idea of the game is that when you die, you lose all of your stuff and it forces you to create your own custom build again, which is an option you can turn off. This is something I asked Dan about, actually, because when you're creating your alien, the mastery mode is above peaceful mode. Those are the only two options in this menu, mastery and peaceful, and mastery is selected by default. This didn't make any sense to me. Why is there not a regular mode? And why is the hard one selected by default? So I just asked him about this, and he explained, yeah, when you die, I want you to have to create a new loadout so you can experience the game in a new way. And just... okay, the UI could use a little more explaining, because I was confused. All the friends I introduced to the game are confused about that. But that's cool, you know? That's a cool way of going about it. I will probably not be playing the game in that mode though. If I want to try a new loadout, I don't want to lose all my stuff, you know? That hurts. They also said this game was going to tie up a loose end in the story from the first one, and I honestly don't know which loose end they're talking about, so I'm pretty excited to see what that is. I think it has something to do with this part in the trailer, the newest trailer, which had flying aliens in the air. That was adorable. Loved that. I've played every demo of this game that's come out. I've played it at PAX multiple times with them standing right next to me. I won a couple of the not to brag, won their alien competitions over at PAX. It was a fun time. And I really wish I could talk more comprehensively about this game, but as of now, my time, it's not out yet. So I will be live streaming it tomorrow at 2:30 PST, Pacific Standard Time. So don't miss it, right here on the Orangoose channel. That's pretty much all I've got to say. I just wanted to talk about this stuff for a long time because I'm just so passionate. I got them all to sign my chicken. That was pretty cool. I'm definitely a super fan of them, but not in the way that I just want to play their games. I also want to make games similar to theirs. So I want to use this channel for devlogs, but oh man, I'm so busy with all my classes and work and all this crap I have to do. So I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but hey, check back if you think you might be interested in that. I guess that's all for me. Hopefully I'll see a couple of you on November 1st, 2023, 2:30 PST. See you later.